Have you ever been talking to someone and you heard every one of their words, but somehow you didn't seem to truly understand what they were saying? In 2014, in Boston, my family rented our extra rooms to 6 college students. One night, all of us watched the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. One of our renters was a Chinese man who lived in Singapore. Curious, I asked him how accurate the translated subtitles were. He hedged a little. He said, "The translation is a good one, but I think you are only understanding half of what is happening in the movie." When I asked him why, his response was, "I was raised listening to the stories of my 5,000-year-old culture, and the movie is often referring to those. Because you don't know those stories, you can't truly understand what they're talking about." Huh. What does this story have to do with needing to read the Bible? You will discover how literature, culture, and government in the United States is based on the Bible, and why reading the Bible will help you understand all three better. The Bible is the most influential, best-selling, and oft-quoted books in the world. It was written over 2,000 years ago and has been translated into every language. The website Dual Credit at Home says, "The number of allusions to the Bible in literature is astounding. Shakespeare references the Bible hundreds, if not thousands of times. Authors that include biblical references or even base whole works on the Bible include Ernest Hemingway, William Faulkner, Herman Melville, Nathaniel Hawthorne, John Milton, Mark Twain, C.S. Lewis, J.R.R. Tolkien, and Leo Tolstoy." You might ask, who cares? Well, maybe you do. If a book references the suffering of Job, do you know what it's referring to? Was there really an apple in the Garden of Eden? Was the David who fought Goliath the same as the celebrated King David of Israel? What does "all is vanity" refer to? And what are the 10 Commandments? Dual Credit at Home continues. Authors of classical literature were writing from a totally different worldview. Scholars of the day were expected to know the Bible inside and out. It was unthinkable that a biblical allusion would not be understood by the reader. Why? The reason most authors reference the Bible is that they read it at home and at school. They learned to read by using it at home and at school. Bibles were almost the only books to be brought to America by the colonists, and if a family owned one book, it was most assuredly the Bible. They valued schooling because they needed schooling to learn to read their Bibles. In this way, the colonists became more literate than the Europeans. In 1638, 2 years after starting Harvard College, the Puritans printed the first book in the colonies, a modern English translation of the biblical book of Psalms, on the first printing press brought from Europe to Cambridge, Massachusetts. Furthermore, the Founding Fathers based the entire government of the newly founded United States of America on the Bible, because these men and the women who influenced them knew that people could rule in a righteous manner, but often would not. They used the wisdom from the Bible to split the government into three branches. Each branch would hold the others in check rather than one branch holding all the power like the monarchies they were rejecting. Furthermore, because biblical principles upheld that all men are equal, the founders worked that into the Declaration of Independence and our government, even if they themselves didn't live it. It was just this humility that, despite my failings, my descendants might live a more righteous life, that helped America continue to change to make equality more and more a reality, though we're far from achieving it yet. Alexis de Tocqueville, a Frenchman who visited America in the 1830s, was convinced that our country's freedom of religion was essential to our democracy. Many people of his day thought that democracy and religion were incompatible. His book, Democracy in America, printed in 1835, contains insights into the culture then and insights into our culture that are still true today. If you are looking for an explanation of a weird phrase in a book, or why we have blue laws, or how certain laws came about, read the Bible. It will make you seem smart. But it's quite a large book. Let's imagine you wanted to read it. How would you attack such a tome? There are many free Bible reading plans out there. There's even audio versions. Let me or someone you love help you choose the right one. I would be happy to read along with you if that would help you. You don't have to be ignorant like I was about Chinese culture while watching Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Instead, read the Bible. Let me or others help you. Thank you.